Why I choose the Fujifilm X100VI over the Leica Dlux 8. First, why did I arrive at those two? Because they're the one competing on the same level in terms of portability. The Deluxe 8 and being a Leica camera, I think it has that quality reputation. That's why I also looking at it, and it's a new release, also the same year of release of the X100VI, and I thought that it worth to take a look at. I tested the Leica Dlux 8 at the store, and I took some shots, and it is good. But at the end of the day, I still chose the Fuji X100VI. By the way, I am not a professional photographer. I'm just a hobbyist. I've been interested in photography maybe 6 years ago, and then I just happened to revive this love for photography once again. What were my reasons why I chose the 6 versus the 8? Maybe we could just use the term 6 and 8 for these two camera. 6 for the Fuji X100 and 8 for the Dlux 8. First, the 6 looks much better. I prefer this vintage or classic look versus the Dlux 8, which I think looks somehow modern and all black, but has that red dot, which is a very recognizable dot. If I prefer this type of look, there's a Leica model, the M series, I think, but it's way expensive compared to this one. This is already an expensive camera, and the same as the Dlux 8, they're expensive, but the Leica look or the model that looks like this is way expensive. That's one of the reasons why I choose the 6 over the 8. And in terms of looks, this is it's a fixed lens, so when you open the Dlux 8, the lens will protrude like this much, and I don't want to have that look. Maybe if someone will see me opening a camera and then they see that protruding lens, zoom lens, they might be intimidated, because at first it is small and then suddenly there's a protruding lens. I don't like that look. So another reason is that the fixed lens. At first, I'm contemplating between having a zoom lens or a fixed lens, because I have this fear that I will be limited with the 35mm fixed lens of the 6, and I will have more options of the Dlux 8 zoom lens. But having tried a fixed lens for the past year, because I have an X-T20 that has a 27mm pancake lens, I used that for an entire year, and I did not miss any opportunity that I require a zoom lens. So it's not a big deal for me whether it's a zoom or a fixed lens, and I think that the fixed lens is of the 35mm really works for me. Another reason is the Fujifilm community. I think it is much bigger, and there are more groups on social media where you can share and see sample images on how they use and set up their camera. And to be honest, when I joined the groups for the 6 and the 8, I find the photos in that group of the Dlux 8. I'm not that impressed as much as the photos being posted by the groups of X100 groups. Maybe because most of the posts of the Dlux 8 are at the default 24mm lens, which I found too wide, and the 35mm is really the sweet spot. And I suggest that if you are looking to buy any camera, please join the group so you can see those sample images. If you will be impressed by it, questions are being answered, or if there's a problem, so you can see and decide for yourself. Another reason is that the flash, the built-in flash. The Leica has also a flash, but you have to attach it on the hot shoe. But the built-in flash on the Fuji 6, I find it very useful and handy. If you need it, you just have to press a button and then it will flash immediately. Unlike the Deluxe 8, you have to attach that flash on the hot shoe. Okay, so demonstrate if I will be having a flash. I will just open it and I assign it the flash here. So I have a subject here, and I'll just press it here if I need the flash. Let's see. Okay, so I will just press this, and then there's a flash there. So see, it's quite dark, but there. See the photos? There. That's the beauty and the speed of this flash. So another reason is that I prefer the APS-C size compared to the micro four thirds of the 8. Some may say that size doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, I would not risk that choice, because if I can have a bigger size of lens, I would prefer to get that. Since they have the same price range, I would just choose that bigger size of the APS-C. Another thing is that the Leica Deluxe 8 doesn't have Ibis, and the 6 has an Ibis. I think that's a major advantage or feature of this camera is the Ibis when it comes to video and the photo. Having an Ibis is like you're paying more in terms of feature on this 6 versus the Leica Deluxe 8. The last reason for my list is that the 6 has the option to be weather sealed, whereas the Leica Deluxe 8, you cannot weather seal it. So I just bought a adapter and a lens filter, a clear lens filter. Of course, it is an additional cost, but on all my cameras, I put this lens for protection because you wouldn't know what will happen to the lens. I prefer to have a protection. And if I will buy the Deluxe 8, I will also buy a glass protection for that. Okay. So those are my reasons why I chose the 6 over the 8. Maybe some will say that the menu system of the Fuji is worst or all over the place, or it's very hard to use compared to the Leica menu system. I think it's not true. I don't know why the YouTube people are saying it, because when I use it, again, I'm not a professional, but as a hobbyist, when I use the Fujifilm menu system, I think it's intuitive and it's common sense, right? Menu, autofocus, the camera, shooting video, settings, and connection network is all there. And when you see the menu of the Leica, it is somehow similar, though the way it is executed is quite beautiful because, of course, they use the font, minimalistic design, but The Fuji system works for me. It's not a deal breaker because what matters is how happy you are holding it, taking photos with it, and more importantly, looking at it when you are not using it. That's it. So I hope that my points were valid, and if not, let me hear in the comments. Thank you very much.